So you're thinking about moving to the Salt Lake City area. You don't know which city you want to move to. Well, I'm going to give you the best places to live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm going to cover 8 different cities that you could choose in the Salt Lake County area. And I'm getting started right now. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman. I'm with the Living in Salt Lake City channel. So if you want to learn everything about what it's like to live here, eat here, sleep here, play here, then click the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I do new videos. I've been getting a ton of people that are reaching out to me about moving to the Salt Lake City area and aren't sure what city to move to. Well, I'd love to talk to you more about that. You just got to reach out to me. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I've got your back if you're moving here. And so let's jump right in. These aren't in any particular order. I'm just going to number them so that I keep on track. But number 8 on the list is Bluffdale. And so Bluffdale will have more shopping once the Point opens in Draper, which is right next door to Bluffdale. And that's the site of the old prison. So once that area gets all bulldozed and redone and everything else, that's going to be an amazing area for Bluffdale, which that's partially what's caused Bluffdale house prices to rise is what's coming to it, and they've priced that in. They do have a Fat Cats, so if you've ever heard of Fat Cats or you want to take your kids there to go bowling or go watch a movie, or then you have that as well. And then there's some shops that are going in and around the Fat Cats, a couple little places to eat and that sort of thing. You're going to find that, but otherwise you're going to be driving to Draper or Riverton to go to a grocery store, for example. Location wise, let's pop up on the map and show you where it's at and to give you some idea of what's near it. All right, so here we have the map open. You can see Bluffdale right here in the center. It's highlighted in red. It kind of looks like a triangle, and it is, Provo is down to the south. Salt Lake City is up to the north. But you got the airport that's 28 minutes away, Salt Lake City 23 minutes, Provo 29 minutes, Park City 51 minutes. If you want to know where the nearest ski resort is, that's 35 minutes to Snowbird. So it's got a great location of where it's located here in between Provo and Salt Lake City. So if one of you happens to work in one county, one work in the other, or one city, then you can do that drive and it kind of split it. And so that's super cool about it is where it is split wise between those two major cities. Home prices in Bluffdale, there's 46 homes for sale, from $385,000 townhome to a $3 million 9,700 square foot 8-bedroom 9-bath home. So you got prices all in between that. The average price in Bluffdale, $687,000. That will buy you a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square foot home. And the average days on market right now, homes are taking about 31 days to sell. And that is up definitely from like last year, where it was 15 days or less to be able to have a home on the market. Why I like Bluffdale? I'm going to give you this for every city, why I like it and why I dislike it. And so why I like Bluffdale is that you can still get land. So if you want a half acre, an acre, more than an acre, you can still get that. And then Bluffdale feels more rural. It's not built as a city like other cities are as far as all the shops and everything else. It just feels, it's got a different feel to it. And it's super close to Riverton and Draper for things. So it's not like you're missing out. It just means you're not 5 minutes to a grocery store, which doesn't really work for me, which is partly why we don't live in Bluffdale. Is I always forget that I need this or that from the store, butter or milk or something that I'm going to cook for dinner that night, and then I'm off to the store. Well, if it was 15 minutes away, then that's 30 minutes plus shopping time. It's easily an hour that I could spend just to run to the store. What I dislike about Bluffdale, it's more windy and breezy than other cities. And it doesn't have any sort of track system or front runner train that you wanted to use. So if you wanted to go into Salt Lake, you're basically driving to one of the other cities that have it, to Draper or South Jordan, or you're taking your car. And so that's what I dislike about Bluffdale. Number 7 on the list is Cottonwood Heights. Cottonwood Heights is a very popular place. It's got for shopping and restaurants in it. It has a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, and a Smith's. There aren't very many Whole Foods here, and it has one of them. And so that's super cool. It has a place called the Porcupine Pub that you can eat at. That's cool. And a place called Cafe Trio. So I would try out both of those if you get a chance. Location wise, let's open up the map so you can see that as well. Once again, it's highlighted in red here. You can see it. So it butts up against the mountains, which is awesome. And that's one of the pros for sure of living in Cottonwood Heights is just your accessibility in here. You're close to Big Cottonwood Canyon where you can camp, you can fish, you can hike. They have the Donut Falls hike there. That's awesome. It's like a kind of a beginner hike. It's not super difficult. It does have a little bit of a climbing section that might make it more moderate, but other than that, climbing section is super easy, and they don't have a way around it that I know of, but it was easy to do, and you can slide down on your butt on one trail way down, so if you had to do that. You're 20 minutes to Solitude and Brighton in the canyon, so you can't get any closer than Cottonwood Heights to ski resorts other than living in Park City. Airport is 23 minutes away. Downtown, 19 minutes away. Provo is 41 minutes to the south, and Park City is 37 minutes away. Let's see. So you can, as I zoom out, you'll be able to see where Provo is on the map. So you can see Provo down here, and then Salt Lake City here, and it's here. So it's going to be much closer to Salt Lake City, and then all out this way, out the canyon. Home prices in Cottonwood Canyon. There's 28 homes currently on the market for sale. They range anywhere from $303,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo, all the way up to a $2.9 million 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 8,500 square foot home. The average price in Cottonwood Heights, $902,000 is the average price. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,800 square foot home. The days on market, it's taking about 62 days for a home to sell there. So you're probably going to have some flexibility on price, or the sellers are just sticking to their price, one of the two, just depends on the property and that sort of thing. But it's a great time to purchase a home, especially in Cottonwood Heights. What I like best about Cottonwood Heights is the location. I absolutely love how close you are to the canyon to be able to go skiing. It's awesome that you could work all day and then come home and then go hit a trail because you're super, super close, and it doesn't get dark here till like 10 p.m. What I dislike about Cottonwood Heights, there's not a lot of new construction. Most of the town is built up. So really you're going to be buying an old home and then tearing it down and building something new. And with the high home values here, that pushes you, $2.5, $3 million home almost to build something in Cottonwood Heights by the time you buy the old one and build your new one. And I don't really like the older homes because I am not a fan of most of the floor plans. I don't understand the way that they do the layouts of them and the kitchen size and that sort of thing. I like the newer style more. And then the last thing about it is it can get more snow than some of the other cities on the list. And well, that could be a pro or a con, depending upon how much snow you want. But if I'm the one that has to shovel the driveway typically, and I want less work. Number 6 on the list is Sandy, Utah. Sandy is one of my favorite towns. I love all the shopping that it has. It has everything that you need as far as a city goes for shopping and restaurants. Plenty of places to get food and eat and everything else that goes into living in Sandy. Location wise, let's see what that looks like. Sandy is here in red. It's south of Salt Lake City, north of Provo. It's in a great spot. It's 28 minutes to the airport, 22 minutes to downtown Salt Lake City, although the airport usually takes you about 22 minutes. Provo is 35 minutes. Park City, 45 minutes. The nearest ski resort that you'd be going to would be Snowbird, and that's 26 minutes away. Home prices in Sandy, Utah. There's currently 122 homes for sale, and they currently range from $295,000 for a condo all the way up to a $6.7 million 7-bedroom, 12-bath, 16,000 square foot home. The average price is right now at $684,000. That gets you a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, about 2,700 square feet. And then they're taking about 41 days to sell. So homes are selling quicker in Sandy than they are in other parts. What I like best about Sandy is the Dimpledale Regional Park. So I highly recommend you go check that out, but you can hike on it, walk on it. You can horseback ride there, and that's super awesome. And I've been there a couple times just to walk around. And if you're into skiing and snowboarding, then you have that. And then you also have the canyon that you can use for hiking. So those are the things that I really like about Sandy. What I dislike about Sandy is the traffic and getting around and all the people. And there's not much you can do about it because of all the shopping and restaurants and everything Sandy has to offer. And just the amount of people that live in Sandy, there's going to be traffic and lots of people. Number 5 on the list is Riverton, Utah. And Riverton has some good shopping, good food, tons of places to eat. They have a movie theater that just opened, the Cinemark, which is really awesome. They are opening a original pancake house. I highly recommend you check that out if you like pancakes for breakfast. That's really good. They have Salsalitos if you want some place for Mexican food that's pretty decent. And so they have plenty of shopping and food choices for Riverton, so that's good. Location-wise, let's open up the map and check that out. Once again, it's highlighted in red here. Provo is to the south, Salt Lake City to the north. So it's in a good spot once again if you commute to either one of them. However, I would probably do it differently if I was commuting to one and my wife is commuting to the other one. Airport 29 minutes, so it's still close to the airport. Salt Lake City 22 minutes, 30 minutes-ish to Provo. Park City 50 minutes. The nearest ski resort is Snowbird, and that's 40 minutes away. Location-wise, it's great. It's right here between Bangerter Highway and 65. It almost goes all the way to I-15, but it doesn't. So that's location. House prices, there are currently 67 homes for you to choose from. Range anywhere from $342,000 for a condo all the way to $4.4 million for a 6-bedroom, 7-bath, 7,341 square foot home. The average price in Riverton right now is $566,000, and that gets you like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,800 square foot home. It's taking somewhere around 37 days for homes to sell right now in Riverton, so that seems to be the lowest so far on the list. Why I like Riverton? All the shopping. You can still get a new construction home. They have tons of different price points for homes, so if you want a condo, townhome, or home, they have plenty of different prices. They have the Danny R. Crump Fishing Pond, which is my favorite place to go fishing right now. We went last night, my son and I. We each caught 1 catfish. His was like 4 pounds, and mine was, if a pound at all, that would be generous, but it was tiny. But it was super fun for us to go fishing. What I dislike about Riverton would be all the traffic on 134. And 134 is where all the new shopping is in the movie theater. Going west out that direction is not great in the afternoon or in the morning. Otherwise, Riverton's great. And I did live in Riverton first, and then we moved to Herriman. There are some pluses and minuses about Riverton, and I cover those in a pros and cons. Number 4 on the list is South Jordan, Utah. And one of the coolest things about South Jordan is a community called Daybreak. It is the only master plan community of its kind anywhere in Utah, and it is awesome. It has its own lake and everything else about it, and I do videos about the Daybreak community, but that's in South Jordan. It is the only place that I know of that has 2 temples in the same city, so there's 2 different temples for you to choose from if you're of the LDS faith. Otherwise, you get to look at the temples, and they're pretty cool to look at. Shopping and food, they have something called the District in South Jordan, and that has pretty much a ton of different shops and restaurants and food that you're going to be able to get. Heck, they even have a Sizzler there if you've ever eaten at Sizzler. So location-wise, let's open up the map and show you that. South Jordan is here in red with Salt Lake to the north, Provo to the south. Once again, it's right next door to Riverton, so it borders Herriman, Riverton, Draper, Sandy, West Jordan. The airport is 22 minutes away, Salt Lake City 20 minutes, Provo 35 minutes, Park City 45 minutes away. Nearest ski resort 35 minutes to Snowbird, so you're definitely able to get to the ski slopes relatively quickly other than when there's traffic to get to them. Home prices. There are 233 homes currently for sale. They range anywhere from $249,000 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo, all the way to $6.25 million for a 6-bedroom, 9-bath, 14,000 square foot home. So gigantic home. So you have tons of choices in South Jordan for a home. The average price is $627,000 and that would get you like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,000 square foot home. And then it's taken about 47 days for a home to sell. So what I like best about South Jordan is the Daybreak community, everything it has to offer, the Maxwell's Pizza. It has great pizza, so try that if you're a pizza fan. I think that that's probably the best pizza that I've tried here anywhere in Utah. And then all the new construction possibilities. So if you're wanting to build a new home, you can definitely do that in South Jordan. And if you want to live on the lake, then you can live on a lake, which is even more cool. And then it stretches all the way from Bangerter all the way to Mountain View to I-15. And then you got a bunch of different choices and prices for homes as well. What I dislike about South Jordan, I don't really have anything that I guess I dislike about it, other than if you're on the far west side, that it's going to take you longer to get where you're going. But everything else, haven't come up with anything I dislike. So I guess that's a good thing. Number 3 on the list is West Jordan, Utah. And West Jordan is the more and more I do research about West Jordan and spend time there and drive through West Jordan, show property in West Jordan, the more I like West Jordan. It is 16 minutes to the airport. More and more I like West Jordan. The amount of shopping that is in West Jordan is incredible. You have something called Jordan Landing to go to that has everything. It's sort of like the Irvine Spectrum if you're from Southern California, with all the different shops and everything, other than you can't walk it, but it has everything that you're looking for from Walmart and Target and Best Buy and Barnes and Nobles and food places to eat. And it's got the best burger place there, Lucky's, that you can eat at, and a movie theater. So that is incredible for what West Jordan. And then it's got other shops and stuff that they're building in West Jordan or already built to enjoy as far as that goes. So let's show you where West Jordan is on the map. Here we are in red again. Salt Lake City is up this way, and then Provo is down to the south. So once again, you're 16 minutes to the airport, one of the closest cities on my list to the airport. You're 16 minutes to downtown, so you're super close to either of those two options. Provo is 35 minutes, and then Park City is 45 minutes. Your nearest ski resort, you can get to Snowbird in about 34 minutes, which is great. And then home prices in West Jordan, there are currently 110 homes for sale. It ranges from $287,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo all the way to $1.25 million for a 6-bedroom, 4-bath, 5,048 square foot home. The average price, $559,000, and that's going to get you about a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500-ish square foot home. Days on market, 50 days, which is good. And so that's kind of the home prices in West Jordan. What I like best about West Jordan is all your shopping, everything that you're going to need is in West Jordan. You don't really have to go to any other cities that you're missing stuff. But if you do, you're going to be going to Salt Lake, and that's 15 minutes away. So as far as that goes, if you're going to be traveling, I really like the fact that the airport is that close. So your family, or if you're getting an Uber or Lyft or whatever to the airport, is super close. You can also take the tracks to get to the airport. West Jordan just is one of my favorite cities as I spend more and more time there with people. I guess what I dislike about West Jordan is it can be warmer than some of the other towns because it's in the west, closer out to the desert, not near the mountains. It gets a little less snow, so you won't get as much snow, which can be a pro and a con depending upon how much snow you want. But while I still have younger kids, they like the snow. Other than that, I think West Jordan is a great location to choose from. Number 2 on the list is Draper, Utah. Draper is located pretty much at the mountains. It's going to have something called the Point that's going to be developed to where the prison currently sits, and that's going to be a ton of new shops and restaurants, and so like a walkable town, and that's going to be amazing once that's complete. You are so close to American Fork and Provo compared to other towns. And then that Draper has really high rated schools according to niche.com, and great schools as well, for something for you to take note of. And now let's show you where Draper is. All right, so Draper is here in the middle, highlighted in red. Salt Lake City is straight up I-15 to the north, and then down I-15 to Provo. You can go down the backside of Draper to get to Highland and American Fork and that sort of thing, Lehigh, but that's awesome as well. And then the Point is going to be, so the Point is going to be this area here when that's all developed. So that is going to be super nice once that's built in. You got the airport that's 27 minutes up to the north, which you can see up here. Then you got Salt Lake City, it's 22 minutes. Provo is 31 minutes to the south. Park City, 51 minutes away. Your nearest ski resort, you can get to Snowbird in 28 minutes. So you're super close to all of that. Draper has a ton of shopping, ton of fun things for you to do with your family and kids and that sort of thing. And that's going to lead to higher home prices that Draper has. And let's talk about the home prices. So home prices, there's 86 homes for sale in Draper currently. That ranges from $365,000 for a 2-bedroom, 3-bath condo to a $3.95 million 5-bedroom, 7-bath, 8,000 square foot home. And the average price is $869,000. So as you can see, it's the most expensive city on the list for a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,400 square foot home. And then homes are taking about 40 days to sell in Draper right now. Why I like Draper is the fact that it's right at the mountains. It has some amazing views of Utah Lake and of Salt Lake City. Probably some of the best views as far as that goes of any city, because you can be up in the hills of Draper. And then they have a lot of new construction going on in Draper that you can pick from. And I have a video that shows that you can check out. Draper also has a ton of shopping. So if the best donut shop is in Draper that I've tried, and then just everything else that Draper has. Also the fact that it's right next door to Sandy. So I think location wise, Draper is one of my favorite. What I dislike about Draper is, I guess, the amount of snow that it gets. It gets more than some of the other towns, and just that it costs so much to live in Draper. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is great about it with shopping and everything else that it has, and where its location wise is great. I guess the other con would be when you live at the top of the mountain and you come down, speed limit, you can't do like 70 down the hill unless you want to get a ticket. And so it takes you a little bit of time to get from the top of the mountain down to I-15. All right, number 1 on the list is Herriman, Utah. This happens to be where I live, so I'm a little bit biased on it being the best town, but I really like Herriman. I like the fact that it's growing and everything like that. But let me give you the location of it. So let's see it on the map. All right, so here Herriman is. It's one of the westmost cities that you can get, other than South Jordan and West Jordan and Magna. But as far as that goes for these other cities, it's 31 minutes to the airport, so it's still close, a little further than I'd like, but it's not a bad drive to the airport. You just take Bangor all the way up to the airport. Salt Lake City, 31 minutes, and that seems to be about pretty accurate. Whenever I go up to Salt Lake, it's about a 30-minute drive. Provo, 39 minutes down to the south. Park City is an hour. I think it takes 45 minutes, so I feel like that's wrong. But the nearest ski resort, 45 minutes to get to Snowbird. That would be, I'd like to be a little closer, but I'll give up on that for some of the other things that I like about Herriman. Now let's talk about the home prices. There are 130 homes for sale on my website right now that you can choose from in Herriman, from a $3.5 million 5-bedroom, 6-bath, 6,416 square foot home. And then if we flip to the lowest price home, and we got a $340,000 condo, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,265 square foot. So that gives you kind of that as far as that goes. But feel free to go to my website, thespackmangroup.com, register, look at homes. Just send me an email saying you're looking. The average price in Herriman is $587,000. That's going to get you a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,900-ish square foot home. Days on market, we're looking right around 45 days. So they're selling, but not super, super fast. But the good homes are selling super fast. So they are still selling the first weekend if it's staged right and everything else. They are selling fast. The reason we're at 45 days is some of these are taking a lot longer, and then you mix in new construction as well. But homes are selling fast. Some of the features about what I like best about Herriman, they got the Cove Pond, so I can fish there. And I've been fishing there. Went there last on my birthday, caught a trout. They have a bunch of different hiking trails. They have a Lee's grocery store, which is awesome. It's a really nice grocery store. A little higher price than what I'd like than a Smith's or Walmart grocer, but that's cool that you have Smith's grocery store. You have Winco, so if you're a Winco fan, then you got that. And then they got a Vasa Fitness that I go to as well. They do have a movie theater that feels like it's in Herriman, but it's actually in Riverton, and that's the Cinemark, and we go there all the time to watch movies. And then I guess I mentioned the Winco already. So Winco, you can save a bunch of money shopping there. That's the place where you bag your own groceries. So make sure that you plan for that. And we used to shop there all the time in California. They didn't have them in Nashville, so we quit shopping at Winco. But those are pretty much what I like best about Herriman. What I like least about Herriman is they need to add another way to get to Herriman from Riverton. And right now, it looks like they might be building this pathway. I went there the other day, and it just needs a bridge over this canal, and then you connect. So hopefully they're going to do that, and then that would be awesome. Because if you got to go on 134 and it's traffic time, it sucks. And hopefully if they build that little bridge thing, that'll change that around. Otherwise, you can take Redwood and then take the back way into Herriman, and I will do that from time to time as well. It just doesn't feel right going that way. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of going that direction. I think because of Redwood itself. So those are the 8 best cities to live in and around Salt Lake City, Utah. If you'd like more information, please reach out to me. Give me a call. Shoot me a text. Send me an email. That's the only way that I could help you. I'd love to talk to you and help you on your journey here to the Salt Lake City, Utah area, or anywhere in Utah. And until next time, be rad.